Hello student, how are you? Stay in your home and be safe, all of you. Now children, we were doing the story Ishwaran, the teller. This is chapter number 3. Okay, this is chapter number 3 from your book Moments, that is supplementary reader. So already we have completed 2 lessons and now this is the third. We have already done half of it, and this is written by R.K. Lakshman, a South Indian writer. Now children, before starting the chapter, I would like to discuss the important points of the lesson. I would like to revise all those important points which is very necessary to understand the lesson which will be continued. So the story Ishwaran, the storyteller, is written by R.K. Lakshman, a famous writer of supernatural powers. Here Mahinder narrates his own account to Ganesh. In the beginning, he tells he does not believe in ghost existence, but in the end, he felt nervous and decided to leave the place, which was, according to Ishwaran, his cook, was visited by a ghost. Bread in the House, written by Ruskin Bond, and Canterbury Ghost by Oscar Wilde, add more to the suspense created by R.K. Lakshman. Now children, let me discuss the important point of the story. So Mahendra is a junior supervisor. Mahendra was a junior supervisor. He was working for a construction company. He worked where the company ordered him to go. Being a bachelor, he led a simple life. And children, finally, since he was not having time to do his domestic work, so he had to keep a cook. The name of that cook was Ishran. He came and started living in his house. He started doing all the work of his house. He accompanied him wherever his master was asked to go for work. He washed his clothes, he washed his utensils, children took care of his house, cooked the food. He told him many stories woven by himself. Ishwaran was a specialist in producing vegetables and cooking their ingredients. He prepared various tasty dishes with fresh vegetables. Description of Ishwaran. Mahinder got up in the morning and went for work after breakfast. Ishwaran cleaned the shed, washed the clothes, and bathed to his fill afterwards. Ishwaran's descriptions were fine. He narrated the smallest incident in detail. He narrated them in suspense and surprise. He twisted the details. He took the dry branches of a lime tree for ghosts. Mahinder listened and enjoyed. Now one day, children, when Mahinder came back, he started telling him about the tale of Tusker. And children, one day Ishwaran told his master of a Tusker's madness. The elephant broke loose and trampled bushes and tore up creepers. It reached the town, broke the fence, and crushes all sale stalls. People ran about in fear. The beast entered Ishwaran's school also. Ishwaran told his master that he took courage and got a cane from his teacher. Now he came down a stair and walked near the wildly behaving animal. He moved forward and hit his third toenail with full force of the quick. The beast started trembling and fell. At this description, Ishwar felt proud of himself. So children, this part also we were doing the explanation of this part only. So now once again I would like to tell all the important points of the story. So let's begin. So children, Ishwaran, I told you that he was as a servant, he was a very nice person. But apart from that, he had some negative quality also, like unnecessary chatting, deliberately telling the story for a longer period of time. And poor Mahinder, since he was a junior supervisor in a firm, he had to, whole day he was not in his house. Sometimes he has to go and supervise at the construction sites like factories, bridges, dams. So Mahinder's job was to keep an eye on the activities at the work. He had to go from one place to another. He was a bachelor and he could adjust himself to all the conditions. Now, children, I told you Ishwaran was a very amazing cook of Mahinder. He had an amazing capacity to produce vegetables and cooking things from nowhere. He would conjure up the most delicious dishes made with fresh vegetables within an hour or so. Mahinder would go to work early in the morning with some food. Now, Ishwaran job. What was Ishwaran job? Well, children, when Mahinder used to go for his work, Ishwaran would make up the shade, he would clean all the house, he would wash utensils, he would broom the floor, he will wash the clothes, and then children afterward he would take a bath, praying. He used to read a Tamil thriller to doze off after lunch. He had a strange method of narrating stories. His story had the effect of the thriller. Ishwaran method of narrating stories. Ishwaran had a strange way of narrating even the smallest incident. He would work up in a suspense. He would add a surprising end. This was because he was very imaginative. Mahinder would listen to him uncritically. Ishwaran read the story of a tusker. So one day Ishwaran told him the story of a tusker. One day a tusker escaped from the timber yard and it roamed here and there. It tore up creepers and he broke branches of the tree. Ishwaran would get so affected with the story that he would jump about here and there and behave in a very strange manner, like thumping of his feet, stamping of his feet, just like the tusker. The tusker creates panic among the people. The tusker reached a town. It smashed all the stalls of food and other shops were also there. So people ran here and there. The students hid themselves in the classroom. The streets were empty. Ishwaran was then a junior student. He did not know what happened to him. But then he remembered something. He took a cane from the teacher. He took a cane from his teacher who was standing. He did not know what happened to him, and he got a cane and he very slowly he went downstairs towards the elephant. The elephant grunted and stamped the feet. The people were hypnotized. Everybody was children were holding their breath and watching the situation. Then Ishwaran struck the elephant a toenail. It shivered from head to foot, and then the elephant fell down. A veterinary doctor was called. After 2 days, the tusker was taken by the Mahavat. Ishwaran was asked how he did that. He told that he did so with a Japanese art, karate or jiu-jitsu. Ishwaran also told other ghost story of a ghost. So we will be doing this part, but let me tell you in short what really happened here. One day Ishwaran told Mahinder something about the place, that the factory area where they were staying were once a burial ground, and he himself came across a human skull. He told this thing. He also saw ghosts at night. He was not frightened as he was brave. But there appeared a horrible ghost of a woman, and she had matted her hair. Children, she had a very dried up face. She was looking ugly, and she held a fetus in her arm. Now Mahinder reaction. Hearing Ishwaran, Mahinder shivered. He called Ishwaran crazy. He told him that there were no ghosts. These were the product of the mind. He asked Ishwaran to get himself medically examined. Mahinder then retired for the night. From that time, Mahinder had uneasiness every night. Every night he peered into the darkness to see if there was any movement or not. He always liked to admire the sky on full moon nights, but after Ishwaran's story, he avoided looking out of the window. Now, children, one night Mahinder was awakened up from his sleep by a mourn. At first, he thought that cat must be there. She must be cried. It was coming from his near his window only. That sound. He resisted to look, but the wailing became louder. So at first he thought cat, but the children moaning sound or the crying sound or the wailing sound, it became louder and louder. He looked out And children, he was shocked to see a dark cloudy form, and it was clutching a bundle. He perspired and panted. Later he thought that it might have been some trick from his subconscious mind. But next morning Mahinder was ready to go to office. The horror of the night had faded from his mind. But Ishwaran came to him. He told him about the ghost. He told Mahinder that he also heard the moan the previous night. He saw him see the ghost himself. A chill went down Mahinder's body. He went to office the next morning. He handed his paper, determining to leave the haunted place the very next day. So children, this was the situation. That still it is not clear. This is a very mysterious story. It is still not clear whether the ghost was there or not. But then children, his mysterious feeling is there in everybody's mind, because he had heard the ghost, moaning of the ghost, crying of the lady. Then he saw a cloudy figure. That figure was resembling the figure of that lady ghost, and she used to carry fetus as told by Ishwaran, and this lady was carrying some bundle like thing. So it was since it was a moonlight a night and it was not very clear, but then he predicted that this was the ghost of that lady who used to carry that fetus in her hand. So now we are going to children, I will be doing the explanation of the story. We are here at page number 15 now. So I am going to start the third line of page number 15. At this point, Ishwaran would leave the story unfinished and get up mumbling, I will be back after lighting the gas and warming up the dinner. Mahinder, who had been listening with rapt attention, would be left hanging. Now children, when this again was a very peculiar characteristic of Mahinder, when he used to tell the story, whenever some interesting part of the story used to be there, he used to give a break. So here also he gave the break to that story. Mahinder, who had been listening with rapt, with interest, suddenly he got up. Mahinder got up and he told that I am going to warm the food. And rapt means complete interest. That means children, when he was telling the story of the Tusker, when the point has come where he was telling the most interesting point of that story of the Tusker, and then suddenly, as per his habit, he gave a break and he would leave the story unfinished and get up mumbling, and he told, I will be back after lighting the gas and warming up the dinner. Mahinder, who had been listening with rapt attention, would be left hanging. Now poor fellow, he could not even tell anything to him, because it was for him. He was preparing the dinner. When he returned, Ishwaran would not pick up the thread of the story right away. Mahinder would have to remind him that the conclusion was pending when a veterinary doctor was summoned to revive the animal. Now children, finally he told that veterinary doctor was called to revive the animal. So veterinary means the animal doctor. And he told that he is coming to revive the animal. That means he is going to cure the animal. He is coming to cure that animal who was lying unconscious. So well, a veterinary doctor was summoned. Summoned means call to revive the animal. Ishwaran would shrug casually. 2 days later, it was led away by its Mahavat to the jungle. Children, finally Ishwaran told the result at last. Finally children, when veterinary doctor was called, after 2 days he became alright, and after 2 days a Mahavat came to the jungle. Well, how did you manage to do it, Ishwaran? How did you bring down the beast? Now children, he asked, he was taking a lot of interest. He told that how did you really manage? So he told that it has something to do with a Japanese art, I think, sir. Karate or Jiu-Jitsu, it is called. I had read about it somewhere. It temporarily paralyzed the nervous system, you see. So he told me actually this I have learned. I have read one Japanese art somewhere. That the name of that Japanese art is karate or jujutsu. I read about it somewhere in the newspaper. It temporarily paralyzed the nervous system. So he had read and now he had tried also. Not a day passed without Ishwaran recounting some story packed with adventure, horror and suspense. So children, every day when he used to come to the office, children tales were told by Ishwaran, which was a pack of adventure, horror and suspense. Whether the story was credible or not, Mahinder enjoyed listening to it because of the inimitable way in which it was told. So children, whenever he used to come from the office, okay, the story Ishwaran used to tell was the story of adventure. Adventure means work full of risk. Horror means great fear, okay, and credible, which can be believed. Whatever was told by Ishwaran to Mahinder, it was told with inimitable. That means which was impossible to imitate. He used to imitate many things of that story. Mahinder enjoyed listening to it because of the inevitable way in which it was told. Ishwaran seemed to more than make up for the absence of a TV in Mahinder's living quarter. Now, since there was no TV in his quarter, he did not even require it. He was to get. He used to sometimes he used to whole day used to be outside, and when he used to come, he used to be so tired. But Mahinder was filling the gap of the TV by telling all that nice tales to Mahinder. One morning when Mahinder was having breakfast, Ishwaran asked, "Can I make something special for dinner tonight, sir?" So one morning, children, Ishwaran asked Mahinder that, "Can I make something special for dinner, sir?" After all, today is an auspicious day. According to tradition, we prepare various delicacies to feed the spirit of our ancestor today. So children, he told that this is the day where we feed our ancestors' spirit. So this is a very auspicious day according to our tradition. That night, Mahinder enjoyed the most delicious dinner and complimented Ishwaran on his culinary skill. So children, that night he really enjoyed. Mahinder really enjoyed his dinner and he really appreciated his culinary skill. What is the meaning of culinary skill? Culinary skill is his cooking skill. The way he used to prepare food was something very delicious. So that he complimented his culinary skill. He seemed very pleased but unexpectedly launched into a most garish account involving the supernatural. So he was very pleased with the children with his compliment. Okay, and unexpectedly launched into a most garish account involving the supernatural. And that day, garish means too much showy. So what is the meaning of garish? Garish means too much showy. So culinary skill is a cooking skill. Okay, and then what is the word I have told you just now? Garish, isn't it? Garish, too much showy. Too much showy. You know, sir, this entire factory area we are occupying was once a burial ground. And children, suddenly a blow came to Ishwaran when Mahinder told that this whole area where we are living right now, once upon a time, it was the burial ground. He started. Mahinder was jerked out of the pleasant reverie he had drifted into after the satisfied meal. So Zark shook out reverie his dream. So he was lost in a nice dream after having a wonderful delicacies or dinner prepared by Ishwaran, and suddenly he was shocked. That means he was moved. Okay, he was shaken from inside when he heard this. I knew on the first day itself when I saw a human skull lying on the path. So he's still on the very first day when I was coming here, I saw a human skull was lying on the path. Even now I come across a number of skull and bones. Ishwaran continued, and he told me when I go out, children, was the only one who used to go out to have the vegetables, to have the domestic things for Ishwaran house, because Ishwaran used to go quickly in the morning and he never had a time to buy all this thing. So when often he told me when he used to go through some shortcut or some through path, he always used to see some skull or bones. He went on to narrate how he sometimes saw ghosts at night. Now children, he also told that sometimes he used to see ghosts at night. I'm not easily frightened by these things, sir. I'm a brave fellow. At the same time, he told me, but sir, I never feel afraid or scared from these ghosts. I am a very brave person. But one horrible ghost of a woman which appears off and on at midnight during the full moon. Now children, but only one horrible thing is that when there is a full moon night, okay, a horrible ghost of a woman, it often appears at midnight during the full moon. It is an ugly creature with matted hair and shriveled face. So he is telling what that lady, she looks very ugly. She is matted is tangled. Ulajhte hue. Matted is tangled. Matted area is tangled here. Okay. So she told that he had seen her matted hair and shriveled. Shriveled is dried up. Her face is very dried up. So he's telling her face was dried up and she had a matted hair, and she was the only one whom I used to feel afraid, and she, like a skeleton holding a fetus in its arm, and she looks very ugly with matted hair and a shriveled face, like a skeleton holding a fetus in its arm. Fetus is a baby, children, premature baby. Okay, so she is holding a fetus in its arm. Mahendra shivered at the description and interpreted rather sharply. You are crazy, Ishwaran. There are no such thing as ghost or spirit. Now, children, Mahendra really shivered at. Shivered means he started shaking. Even he felt scared that day. But then he interrupted rather sharply. He told, you are crazy, Ishwaran. There are no such things as ghost or spirit. That you are telling that you believe in ghosts, but there are no ghost or something like that in the world. No ghost or spirit is there in the world. It is all a figment of your imagination. It is a figment of your imagination. Get your digestive system examined and maybe your head as well. Now he was so angry that day because even he never used to believe all this thing and he used to avoid all these things. So but that day even he got scared. So he told children, get your digestive system examined and maybe your head as well. Now children, what is the connection of a digestive system with this type of imagination? Now let me tell you, let me explain you children. Digestive system, if our digestive system will not be well, will not be alright children, then a gas, okay, will be rising above and it will be get collected in our head, and due to which we will not be able to think clearly. We will feel headache, okay, and we will not be able to think. So he is telling So he was thinking that because of the digestive system, sometimes we are not able to think, and we imagine lot of things. So we sometimes we have headache also. So he's telling you have to go and examine your digestive system as well your head also. Head also, that means you people are children, you must be imagining and you must be thinking is as if it is a real ghost. You are talking nonsense. So he told you are talking nonsense. He left the room and retired for the night. Now children, he was so angry that day. He left the room and then he retired for the night. He went to his bedroom, and he wanted to sleep now, expecting Ishwaran to sulk for a couple of days. He knew that now Ishwaran will be sulk. Sulk means irritated. He knew that Ishwaran would be irritated that day. Okay. So he left the room and retired for the night, expecting Ishwaran to sulk for a couple of days. But the next morning he was surprised to find the cook as cheerful and talkative as ever. So he thought Ishwaran must be angry with him because he never used to scold him, but that day he had a hard talk with him. So he thought Ishwaran would definitely be angry. But next morning he was surprised that he was quite alright. He was as cheerful as children before, and he was talkative like before. No sulking, nothing like that can be seen on his face. From that day on, Mahinder, for all his brave talk, went to bed with a certain uneasiness. So, children, that day, actually what happened that day, children, Mahinder really was scared. So, when he used to go to sleep alone in his bedroom, he used to feel a bit, children, want to say, bit scared. He used to feel bit uneasiness. Okay. And every night he peered into the darkness outside through the window next to his bed. And there was a window where he was sleeping next to his bed. A window was there. So when he used to go to his room for sleeping, he used to peer, he used to look from that window outside, trying to make sure that there was no movement of dark shape in the vicinity. And children, what he used to see, that there is no such lady or any something like that who would be walking, okay, in that area. Vicinity is surrounding area. What is the meaning of vicinity? Vicinity means surrounding area. So he used to see, children, what he used to see outside the window to the surrounding area, whether that ghost of that lady is there or not. So children, what do you think? Now children, that Mahinder has changed. The Mahinder who never used to feel afraid from ghost, even he scolded Mahinder that there is nothing such things are like, this is simply the imaginations of your mind. But that he scolded not Mahinder, sorry, Ishwaran. He told him that simply you are just imagining the thing, there is nothing thing like ghost and spirit in the world. But children, when he heard that day Mahinder talk, even he was scared. How do we know? When he used to go to his bed, he used to feel uneasiness. And children, every night he used to peep into the darkness outside through the window next to his bed where he was sleeping. A window was there, and every night he used to peep from that window, trying to make sure that there was no movement of dark shape in the vicinity. What is the meaning of vicinity? Vicinity means surrounding area, that there is no movement of dark shapes know which dark shape he is referring. He is referring to the ghost of that lady who has matted hair, who has shriveled face, and who is to carry fetus in her arm. Okay, but he could only see a sea of darkness with the twinkling lights of the factory miles away. But till now, it was only his imagination. When he used to look outside the window, what he used to see, he used to see a sea of darkness is there with its the twinkling lights of the factories miles away. So children, what really happened next is the most important part of the story, most interesting part of the story, most mysterious part of the story. This I will discuss in my next video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.